Good morning, it's Rachel Smith, the Business Grower. I am delighted to be here with you this morning. So we're going to be talking about the myths, and also I'm going to be giving you some tips around this subject as well. And the subject today is about really kind of dispelling any fears that you have about selling and getting yourself out there, getting your promotions out there. And this is very much in conjunction with my free challenge that's happening next week over in my Facebook group, Live Your Abundant Life. And there's a link below that you kind of here that you can cut and paste and just come and join that challenge for free if it sounds like something you want to get involved in. And the reason why I'm doing this live stream today is to kind of give you the preparation for next week. I want people to come into next week's challenge actually starting from a really positive place. And I really understand from my own entrepreneurial journey and that of my clients how difficult it can feel to actually create offers and go out there and sell and promote them. And I really wanted to use this week to get everybody ready, kind of revved up, really excited, and ready to create challenges. So that's what we will be doing this week. And I created another live stream yesterday, which was again starting to get you into that position of getting ready to take on the challenge. So I'm just going to take a drink of water and I'll explore and expand on that a little bit more. It doesn't look very delicate. I should really have a glass, shouldn't I? Never mind. We are where we are, aren't we? So let's explore and expand on this subject a little bit. So there is a whole load of information available to all of us about how to grow our business, and we can get really excited about the webinars and the challenges that come up. And we can really commit our time, you know. So if you came and joined me next week and you joined me for the kind of 5 days, that's 5 days where you'd be joining me for content and support. And in that moment, you might have every intention to actually make the challenge really worth your time and actually come out with an amazing offer. But if we don't actually look at the reasons why you're not making those offers in the first place, actually what will happen in reality is that you will kind of end the challenge, that momentum will be lost, and you'll find it really difficult to actually implement the ideas that you had and that you gathered during the challenge period. So today what I wanted to do in this broadcast was to really look at, you know, what are the myths out there? What are people holding on to as beliefs that's actually stopping you from creating amazing offers? And also looking at how you can really simply start to overcome any fears and any challenges that you face about creating amazing offers. And as I shared in yesterday's video, and if you haven't caught that, it's still available. You can just scroll through my newsfeed and actually find it. And I actually shared my story from 2016, where I went from kind of hiding behind my signature program and doing 1 or 2 launches a year to actually really getting into creating, launching and selling on a really regular basis, and how much that transformed my business. And you can watch that again. And then you'll be able to see that, I have definitely been in a situation previously where I wasn't very comfortable with creating offers. I wasn't very comfortable with launching, most definitely. And I wasn't at all comfortable with selling on that kind of big scale. I've never really had a difficulty on selling on a one-to-one basis, but actually selling on a kind of a mass scale, and that's something that I had to get really good at. And these are all of the elements that we want to be confident and capable of when we're running our successful businesses. So good morning to you as you come and join me. Come and say hi. I'm using BeLive TV for the first time. I've seen lots of people use it. It looks really snazzy, doesn't it? come and let me know what you think of BeLive TV, and if you actually use it yourself as well. I'd be really interested to know that. It's really interesting actually being the presenter, because I actually have very little fear about creating live content through my phone or through my desktop and doing live streams, but actually having this set up looks really different. And in fact, I'm just going to put this onto Instagram stories. So if you follow me on Instagram, just have a click on the stories and you'll see what the setup is over here on BeLive TV. So it'd be really interesting to know if you actually use this yourself, because it is a little bit different. So come say hi as you join. So BeLive TV is available for anybody who is doing broadcasts. It just gives this kind of clearer picture and is perfect if you're doing solo, but it's also perfect if you're doing videos as well with other people, because you can do like an interview kind of setup as well. But it has kind of made me feel a little bit jittery because it's not the normal kind of setup. So it's just like anything, you've got to get used to it, don't you? So this morning we're dispelling myths about selling, about creating amazing offers, and I'll be covering the kind of top 3 that I personally have experienced challenges with, and the 3 that I keep seeing coming back through when I speak to other female entrepreneurs or when I'm working with my clients. And then I'll be giving you 3 ways that you can actually proactively overcome fears and challenges that you may be having about your own experience of going out there and creating offers. So come and say hi, let me know that you're here. We'll be getting into the content in a little while. And whilst you're kind of getting to grips with this presentation and with BeLive TV, because I know it looks a little bit different, and I think the engagement level is interesting on this, because people are used to seeing me on like the whole Facebook Live thing, which this is, it's just doing it through BeLive TV. But, my engagement level is normally a lot higher. So if you like this setup, give me some hearts, give me some thumbs up, let me know that you like this setup. If you find that this setup is a little bit daunting, perhaps you don't feel that I feel that approachable, that would be really great to know, and you could just pop that in the comments box. And if you've used BeLive TV previously, I would love to know as well. And if you want to see what it looks like from kind of my perspective, I've just done an Instagram story on that, so you can go over to my Instagram link, which is the Business Grower, and just have a look at that, and you can see it's really cool, because you can put this message up here. Well, it's here for you guys, but you have to get used to pointing your finger there, which is really cool. So that is just me promoting the challenge. So today we're going to be talking about the kind of reasons, the fears and the challenges that female entrepreneurs face when they're thinking about going out there and promoting their offers, calling their clients in. And this is kind of the pre-work for anybody who's coming and being part of next week's challenge. So next week's challenge is 5 days, where by the end of it, you will have had the kind of content and the support from me, because obviously, remember, I'm a business coach. So it's all about supporting you. It's not just about giving you like all the content and kind of wishing you well and letting you go off and do it on your own. Of course, there's the support in there as well. But what I understand from my own experience and from that of my clients is that you can do all of this amazing work on a challenge or in a paid product. But actually, if you haven't done this beginning part, all of that momentum, all of that excitement that you will get from next week's challenge will actually just disappear. And I don't want that for anybody who's participating in the challenge. And if you haven't signed up for the challenge, the link, as I said, let's see if I can get my pointy finger, it's there. So you can just cut and paste that into your web browser and sign up. It's completely free. So let's just talk about why it's important in the first instance. So if I was just to either create content, whether paid or free, and say, here you go, this is how you create an amazing offer. You would get stuck into it, you would create an offer, it would be amazing, but without that continuous support afterwards, you could find it really difficult to actually go out there and implement it. So again, you remain in the same situation and your confidence just gets knocked in that situation. And that's not what I want for anybody who's part of the challenge. And part of the reason why this occurs is that unless we have done the work inside ourselves, where we have the self-belief in ourselves and in our products and services, it's really difficult for us to go out there confidently and consistently and create offers. So there's an internal piece to be done where you're actually creating that success mindset. And of course, that's something we'll be covering in the challenge next week. A lot of the work that you'll be doing in the challenge is about really listening to yourself, really being in alignment. So the kind of foundation piece is for you to start that internal piece, just check in with yourself in the first instance and see how open you are to going out there and creating an offer. Maybe future pace yourself and get to the end of next week and know that you've got this amazing offer, you're really excited about it. How are you going to feel in terms of actually getting it out there? Do you feel as if you've got the confidence to get it out there the following weeks and actually promote it and sell it and get your soulmate clients on board? So that is a question for you to consider. And if you're coming up with well, no, not at all, that's where I really struggle, that is a piece of work for you to do. And what would be really helpful on the challenge is if you come and let me know where you're at with that, so I can help and support you further. And the very simple thing to do in that instance is to actually do your mindset work, most definitely. When you do your mindset work, you can really prepare yourself, really get into alignment, really get excited about what it is you need to do. And if you need any ideas about what that mindset work is, let me know. That's a whole different, I'm not going to go into that today because that's a whole different live stream. But if you do want some help and support with that, of course, you can ask me for that. So let me know if this is making sense to you. Let me know if actually what I'm saying about whether or not you truly are open to going out there and promoting more is something that you're interested in. Let me know if that's kind of resonating with you. So today we're going to talk about the kind of 3 myths that I see all the time coming through for female entrepreneurs. And when I share this, none of this is coming from a place of judgment, because you've got to remember that often when I'm sharing the challenges or the fears that I see women struggling with growing the business, is that this is often something that I have overcome myself as well. So it's never coming from a place of judgment. So the first myth that I see in terms of women who are struggling to actually create sales in their business and to increase their growth is that the first myth is that they believe that having a website that's gorgeous is sufficient for them to attract in all of their soulmate clients. And they've probably worked really hard on the content of the website, the look and feel of the website, and they have most definitely probably got a work with me button. They might even have a click down button detailing what their kind of packages are. So that is the first myth, believing that the website, having a beautiful website is sufficient to drive all of that lovely traffic to you. The second myth is coupling that with being everywhere in social media. You can spend your entire day on social media, being everywhere on social media, and just filling all of the hours that you've got available with being on social media, looking at other people, watching other people, doing live streams, creating content. So that's the second myth, believing that in order to kind of draw those people to you, that being everywhere on social media and following everybody is sufficient to draw those people to you. And if that is true for you, I want to hear about it as well. I'm really happy for you to tell me that actually in your experience it's been quite different, because you've got to remember that every single one of us are different. And we all have different experiences. And the third myth that stops women from really growing their business and working with their soulmate clients and really making a positive difference in their lives and in their businesses is that they believe selling is hard. So they're the kind of 3 key myths that I see women struggling with over and over and over again. So let's deal with number 1 and number 2 together, about believing that having a beautiful website and being everywhere on social media is sufficient to actually grow an amazing business. And it is a key element. We can't, in this day and age, we can't get away from the fact that people, especially if you're looking for a presence online, you can't not be online. But actually spending all day long on social media is not an efficient use of your time at all. It becomes a time suck. It ends up, you'll be distracted by what other people are doing, and you'll lose that focus. And being everywhere on social media, it means that actually your efforts are scattered. So what I'd really encourage you to do is just to think about, as you as a business owner and a business person, where do you love to interact on social media? And if you're here on Facebook, it's highly likely that you absolutely love Facebook, or perhaps you're trying to get to grips with it. So just choose one place on social media in the first instance and nail it, and have a really clear strategy about how you're going to show up, where you're going to show up, and to do that consistently. That is really, really key. You see lots of people going out there, they have an offer, they go out there, they try to sell it, but they're selling it to a cold audience. And that's like proposing to somebody when you've just met them. You just wouldn't do it, would you? It's really about being consistent on social media, on the one channel that you've chosen to use. And when you've nailed that channel, obviously you can go into other channels. But in the first instance, choose one channel where you can be consistent and be consistent. And being consistent means showing up every day. And if you're not capable of doing that every day, maybe you've got a side hustle going on, or you've got another business, or you've got young children, make a commitment about how many times you are showing up on social media, and ensure as best as you can that you are actually doing that. And remember that when you're creating content, you can then repurpose the content as well. So everything that I'm doing today can be repurposed and will be repurposed. It'll go over onto my YouTube channel. I'll share it into different groups as well. So you definitely with 1 and 2 is that with 1, with regard to just believing that website is enough for you to get a whole load of soulmate clients, clicking on the come work with me button, that is the slow train to success. And what I want for you is for you to get on the fast train, and for you to really understand how you can be very proactive in your promotions. And I would say that if you are consistently hiding behind your website, that you've got some real fears and challenges that need some work on with regard to maybe your visibility, on your message, or your self-belief in yourself. So really look at the reasons why you are hiding behind your website in the first instance. Number 2 is choose one social media platform, nail it, be consistent, whatever consistency looks like for you. And just, have a play. If you start to do live streams every day, you're going to have to be consistent for 3 or 4 weeks before you start to really ramp up your audience. But you can do it. And once you've done it, it's amazing, because then every time you get online, everybody wants to see what you're saying, and they start to expect to see you on there as well. And the third myth, that selling is hard. Selling doesn't have to be hard. And part of what I'll be sharing in the challenge next week is about how you can create an offer that actually you are so excited about this offer that you can't actually wait to get out there and share it with your soulmate clients. And that's what actually makes selling really, really easy, because when you're in that place, what people will see and what people will hear is your energy. And that's what will attract them. And that's what we'll be working on next week in the challenge as well. So at this point, selling doesn't become hard, because you've done the internal work. You're working on yourself consistently. You really understand that you've got something amazing for your audience, and you're going out there and you're telling people about it. You just found the secret to eternal youth or something like that. It feels that easy. And then people are attracted to that energy. So that's kind of the 3 myths dispelled, most definitely. Then a lot of, what we've been talking about is people having fear. So, you know, if this is resonating with you, come and let me know. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you're enjoying this content, if it's helpful for you, if you think, oh my gosh, yes, you just totally sound as if you know exactly what's going on in my head and my heart, you know, give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts, let me know that this is helpful content for you. And then obviously, you know, I can expand on that as well. And this is, you know, this is something with live streams that you do need that feedback from your audience as well. So three really simple ways that you can overcome any fears, any doubts, any challenges that you face about selling and promoting and creating amazing offers is, number one, is to work on your mindset every single day. It's just like that. It's like breathing is mindset work. You have to do it every day. And the times that you start to hear those like thoughts of doubt, or disbelief in your plans, or the things that you want to bring to the marketplace, or your ability to deliver it, or your ability to call in your soulmate clients, that you just consciously need to stop those thoughts and fears that are filtering through into your head, because they will damage your business, because we need to be very much kind of focused on success, and that's what we want, and that's what's going to see you through the challenge and beyond next week. So work on your mindset every single day, and like I said, if you need some tips about what that looks like, let me know as well, because obviously I am big on mindset. Number two is, and this is something we'll be doing a lot in the challenge, is only create offers that feel in complete alignment with who you are, how you want to work, and who you want to work with. So have a look on your website right now after this live stream, and have a look at your offers and think about, you know, how excited are you still about these offers? Hopefully you still are really, really excited about the offers. And if you are, that's amazing. But if actually you think, oh my God, I really wouldn't want to deliver that, or that's the wrong price, or that would actually take a lot of work for me to deliver it in that way, I might feel really tired and exhausted. You know, start to review your current offers. And next week in the challenge, we'll be looking at ensuring that anything you create from that point on is really in alignment with you. And I think you'll be quite surprised when you actually think about, you know, what will it feel like to actually deliver this? Am I excited about it? So that's definitely a piece of work to do before the challenge. And the third thing is, you know, one of the key, we all understand, don't we, that one of the key ways that you overcome fear is that you take action, which is really nice, isn't it? If we were completely fearless, but obviously you're in a point of fear. So how do you take action when you're in a place of fear? And it's about the frequency. So when you do step number two, where you get really into alignment about who you are, what you bring to the table, and so on, you actually start to step into a higher frequency, and you actually start to get really excited about what your offer is, and that's the frequency. So that's, from that point of frequency is when you can take action, because you're like, oh my God, I've got this. It's really amazing. I'm really excited about going out there and sharing it with my audience. And that is the point when you have the right energy to actually take that big leap of faith, that big step forward that you perhaps haven't been able to take previously. And again, that's something we'll be focusing a lot in the challenge next week. So they're the kind of key myths, and there are definitely some actionables in there for you to think about, you know, how you can really get into alignment, how you can get really excited about your offers, and for you to really start to understand the real reasons why you're not already going out there and selling and promoting your amazing offers. And as I said, this is like the foundation piece for the challenge next week. And if you want to get into this challenge, if you want to do this kind of deeper work with me for 5 days next week, the link is here. You can just sign up. Just cut and paste that into your website, your browser. It's obviously the HTTP link, not the join bit. And just come and join me. And we're going to have so much fun. We're going to have the most amazing offers being created. And we're really going to stir the particles next week. and get people really motivated and enthused about their offers and get you making some money in like November and December. How amazing that would be to actually create this amazing money in your business and to work with your soulmate clients just towards the end of the year, because you nail this once and you just keep on doing it. So if you've got any questions, let me know. I can see that some people have just joined us. It could be that you need to watch the whole recording back. It will be up on my website. Well, it will be on my website, but also it'll be up here really, really soon as well. So any questions, any ahas, please let me know. I'm running the challenge next week in my group, Live Your Abundant Life. So if you're already a member there, brilliant. You'll be getting the live streams. It's going to happen at 2 o'clock every day. That's UK time. When you sign up, though, you will get all of the recordings, which is something I can't promise you'll get if you haven't signed up for it. And you might get some extra juicy bits as well. Who knows? So I've really enjoyed bringing this content to you today. I really hope that's been helpful. And I'm so looking forward to running this challenge and working with the women who decide to step forward and to grow their flipping awesome business in a way that completely lights them up, and they actually become fearless in their businesses, just as I have and just as my other clients have as well. So until I catch you again over here on my page or over in Live Your Abundant Life, have a really fabulous Thursday, and I look forward to connecting with you all again really soon. Bye for now.